Okay, I'm here sitting on the Yamuna bank and ready to read. Just to give a background, the person that put this together, Padmalochan, a god brother of mine, disciple of Srila Prabhupada since about 1974 or 73. I'm pretty sure it was 73. He was a person that really delved. He didn't just come to Vrindavan, but he practically lived with the Brijbasis. He intermingled with them. He got stories that aren't even written down. He's just, his parikrams, when he was alive, everybody wanted to be on them. They were just amazing. Because he just put all his, and Padmalochan means, Locha means the eyes, like, and if you look at a picture of him, if I can get a picture of him here, let's see if we can get a picture of him here. Here he is, a picture with, yeah, let's see if I can see it. Okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. Padmalochan with Srila Prabhupada. And this is even a better of his eyes, a picture of his eyes. Let's see if I can get my hand out of the way. Yeah, look at those eyes. Padmalochan ki jai. Okay, he passed away in 2010, but at a very auspicious time. Was just after the appearance date of Sri Ram and just before the appearance Jayanti of Hanuman. So right in between those two times, and actually on a Dwadasi, just after Ekadasi. He passed away in a very good time, and he passed away in Mayapur in his simple house. And let's get to this, because in just a few minutes they're going to start all the music up, and you won't be able to even hear me. So what he's done, he's taken two Puranic, you know. He's taken two Puranic, and the transcendental descent of Yamuna Devi. Now remember, when you're dealing with Puranic, and it's mostly dedicated to people that want to just dedication to Vishnu. So there's a lot of cursing and anti-cursing and this, that, to carry out a pastime, a lila, just like it with Jai and Vijay in the Vaikunthas. They were actually cursed, and then they became the demons 3 times, and one time Jagai and Madai went back home. So it was actually a lila, but it was actually a cursing. So here also, and that's how it is. In the Vraj lila, it's more of a sweetness, but in the lila, yeah, here they're trying to put everything together, and I'm sitting right on the road. Da Yamuna, transcendental descent of Yamuna. Yamuna is a transcendental river which flows through Golok Vrindavan. Okay, she's in Golok Vrindavan. They're talking about the spiritual world, the original abode of the spiritual world, and the transcendental playground of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, who is the source of all incarnations. Lord Krishna is enjoying there eternally with his devotees, who are headed by his eternal consort Radharani and the the Astasakis, in other words, namely Lalita Vishaka, Chitra, Indruleka, Champakalata, Rangadevi, Tungavidya, and Sudevi, and I can put in also Rupa Manjari, the 6 Goswamis, in other words. Okay, let's keep on the subject matter. Some of the most intimate devotees of Krishna expand in different forms so that they can satisfy and serve Lord Krishna in different ways. It is explained by Srila Rupa Goswami and also Srila Baladeva Vijabhushan. Some people are celebrating Baladeva Vijabhushan's disappearance today, and some people already celebrated it yesterday. But Baladeva Vijabhushan is the Gaudiya Acharya, Gaudiya Vedanti Acharya. He is it. And they sometimes say, well, he never became Gaudiya. Well, it only place in all of his books that he did do, and his own autobiography, he states that he took initiation in the Gaudiya Sampradaya. And of course, he's the one who defended Radha Govinda and their position. So, as explained by Rupa Goswami and also Baladeva Vibhushan Goswami, Yamuna is the liquid form of Sri Vishakha Devi. The Yamuna River can easily purify one of the sinful reactions in Benedict 1 of material prosperities. Well, I don't... Okay, simply by someone thinking of her or even bathing in her waters. But the real benefit is coming in a contact with her transcendental waters in attainment of devotion for Sri Radha and Krishna. Although Radhakund, Govardhan, Yamuna, and all the other pastime places of Golok are eternally existing inconceivably and at the same point in eternity. They are created by. That's the point. How can it be created? Okay? So they are created by Lord Krishna for the pleasure of Srimati Radhika. In other words, they take on a different form, and it seems like they never existed before. The following story is taken from the Garga Samhita, and also I'm presenting one from the Brahma Vaivarta Purana. Once Srimati Radhika was sitting alone, waiting for Lord Krishna to come to meet with her, when she received information that Krishna was enjoying himself in a secluded place. Surprise, huh? He was enjoying himself in a secluded place with Viraja. Okay. Upon hearing this, in a very angry mood, Srimati Radhika immediately went to the place of Viraja. Now, we are using names like Radhika, we're using these names, but this is the mood, Puranic mood. This is not the Vraj mood that's being dealt with, but it's written down in history. Sridham had been posted at the gate of Viraja's garden. When Srimati Radhika then arrived, Sridham prevented her from entering. Srimati Radhika demanded to see Viraja immediately. When Viraja came out to meet Radhika, Srimati Radhika at once cursed her to become a river and also to descend into the material world. Here they come with their music. At that time, Lord Krishna did not show himself, and Radharani returned to her own place. After this, Krishna took Viraja and enjoyed with her in the forest. While Krishna was enjoying with her, Viraja's 7 children disturbed them with their fighting amongst themselves. Viraja became very angry at her children and cursed them to all take the bodies of water. She further cursed them that no one could drink their water and that they would not be able to meet with each other. Till the dissolution of the material universe. These 7 sons of hers manifested as the 7 oceans surrounding the 7 dweeps of Jambudweep, namely the salt water, which we know, then the sugarcane water, the wine ocean, the ghee ocean, the yogurt ocean, the milk ocean, and the freshwater ocean. They go around like a canal all over Jambudweep, but they don't meet each other, so they make a circle around. So there's 7 circles in Jambudweep. He would always be close to them, okay, here we go. And the material and should not be, okay. Lord Krishna informed Viraja that it was now time for her to go to the material world, but that she should not be frightened. He would always be close to her when he would advent on the earth. He would take her as one of his wives. After offering her obeisances many times, or after offering her obeisances to Krishna, okay, after offering her obeisances to Krishna over and over again, and to Golok Vrindavan, Viraja then started her journey in the form of a river. That river was Yamuna Devi. As she was leaving Golok Vrindavan, she met with the river Gangas, who was also coming from another part of Golok known as Navadweep. Okay? So that's the origin of the Gangas also. Ganga is originally from Navadweep, Dham in Golok. She was also going to the material realm and for the purpose of purifying the living entities who were entrapped there. The transcendental waters of Yamuna and Ganga mixed together, and they traveled as one river throughout the Vaikunthas, the spiritual world, until they eventually met the edge of the material universe. When the Supreme Personality appeared in his form as Vamana Dev in the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj, he expanded his left foot up to the covering of the universe and pierced it with his toe into the covering with the toenail of his big toe, and thus those transcendental waters flowed and descended to Dhruv Lok. Next they flowed down until the planets reached the 7 sages, Maharishi, Atri Rishi, Angira Rishi, Pulaha Rishi, Kratu Rishi, Pulastya Rishi, and Vasishta Rishi. Vasishta Rishi was the guru of Sri Ram's family, Kula Guru. And the book that he's quoting from, the Garga Samhita, he is the guru of the family of Kamsa, which includes Vasudeva. After this, the Ganga, the Yamuna still remained hidden. The Yamuna still remained hidden in the waters of the Ganga. They were carried throughout the space, the unlimited celestial airplanes, and to the moon, and then flows unto Lord Brahma's abode up on top of Mount Sumeru here in Jambudweep, where the transcendental waters divided into 4 branches which flow in 4 directions. That branch which flows to the south, that's us, descends into the Himalaya ranges, where the Yamuna separates and flows down the Kalinda mountain. Sometimes she's called Kalindi because that's her birthplace, and thus becomes known as Kalindi, the daughter of Kalinda, and appears on the earth at a place by the name of Yamuna Notri. That's the birthplace of Yamuna Devi, and from there flows in an easterly direction, eventually passing through Indraprastha, New Delhi. From there, she next reaches the place where the original Golok Vrindavan, known on this earth as Gokula, has manifested itself. And I like how he presents this. The original Golok Vrindavan manifesting on the earth, and we're going to call it a different name, Gokula, has manifested. So no difference actually. When the Yamuna reached Gokula, she began to flow very slowly through all that land, which was transcendental pastimes of Lord Krishna. When she reached the place of Vishramghat in Mathura, she stopped and took rest for a while. Vishramghat means a place for resting. So Yamuna Devi rested in Vishramghat before she proceeded on. Okay? Just to fully appreciate the whole of Gokul, Vrindavan Dham, she divided off into many branches, some flowing around Govardhan, Varshana, Nandagram, and other forests in Gokul Dham. After this, she slowly and reluctantly started her journey further east. After passing through Mahavan, that's about the last southern forest of this Braj Mandala. So she's passing through Mahavan and leaving the borders of Gokul Vrindavan. She flowed on until she reached Prayag, where she again met with the Ganga, the river Ganga, and their waters mingled in with each other. Now she stays separate because she's entering on a northern side, and the Ganga is coming on the southern. She's entering on the southern side of the Gangas. Okay, so she's entering on the southern side. So Yamuna Devi is not totally mixing in with the Ganga. She's always staying on that southern side. And then the northern side is the Ganga herself. After passing Puri, okay, she flowed until she reached Prayag, and at that time she mixes with the water as one river through the city of Lord Shiva, Kasi, Benares, and slowly she flows. How do you go? Yamuna Devi. She flows towards Gupta Vrindavan, known as Navadvip Dham. As she entered the border of Gupta Vrindavan, Navadvip Dham, they slowed down, both of them, so that they could fully appreciate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Navadvip Leelas, who is none different than Radha and Krishna of Vraj Dham. Wanting to visit all the future places of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, they slowly flowed around the Dham until eventually they realized that they had to continue their journey. That's why it takes almost a month. They're stopping here in Vrindavan Dham, and then they're stopping down there in Navadvip Dham doing Prikram. As they are approaching the great salt ocean of Bengal Bay, all the demigods showered flowers. That's today. So when they reach on Ganga Sagara, Yamuna and Ganga Devi, they're throwing flowers, the demigods. All glories to you, all glories to you, the purifiers of the three worlds. And you have risen from the lotus feet of Lord Krishna himself. All of the three worlds are singing your glories. Unfortunately, I have to separate from you now, and I'll return to Golok Vrindavan. Oh Ganga, you please go. So this is the Yamuna Devi. She's telling the Ganga that I'm separating from you. Because she's constantly, this is a marvel, because she's constantly coming back to Yamunotri. Until the end of the creation, she'll be coming back to Yamunotri. So, Yamuna Devi, she goes underneath the water, underneath the dirt, and she'll go back up to where she entered. And she goes again and again. Oh Ganga, you please go. There is no place in the three worlds which can purify one as quickly and thoroughly and simply coming in contact with your divine waters. If I have offended you in any ways, you please forgive me. Sri Ganga then replied to Yamuna Devi and said, Oh Yamuna, please accept my humble obeisances. In fact, you are the purifier of the three worlds, and you have manifested from the left side. Left side is the female side. The left side of Lord Krishna's body. I, along with everyone in the three worlds, am always praying for your mercy. You are the very life force of Lord Krishna. So please accept my humble obeisance at your lotus feet again and again. And you're even worshipped by the residents of Goloka. And the one who comes in contact with you is guaranteed entering into the divine pastimes performed in Golok Vrindavan. By the order of Lord Krishna, I shall now descend to Patala. So Ganga continues her trip all the way to Patala. But I am hesitating to follow that instruction due to the fear of becoming separated from you. I long for the time that we shall again be joined in serving Sri Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. I am falling again at your feet, again and again, begging forgiveness if I committed any offense to you. Thus, Gangaji descended to the Netherlands, the Patalas, to purify the conditioned souls trapped there. After the Yamuna started to flow over the ocean and slowly cross island after island until she came to a golden mountain range by the name of Loka Loka, and started to rise up that mountain range and retrace her previous course back to Golok Vrindavan. Now she'll do that, but then she'll go back again in an amazing way. Okay, she doesn't go to Golok until the end of this creation. Passing through Vaikuntha, she eventually entered Golok again. And at that time, all the demigods of the material world and the residents of the spiritual world started showering flowers and singing glorifications to Sri Yamuna, by whose mercy one can easily and very quickly cross the ocean of nescience and arrive at the lotus feet of Shri Radha and Krishna. These cursing pastimes take place in the opulent realm of Golok and have nothing to do with the sweet pastimes in the inner realm of Vraj Vrindavan. Now I'm still going, so I'm going to see if I can read the next one. The birth of Yamuna Devi in her personified form. By the divine arrangement of Lord Krishna, Srimati Radhika cursed Viraj Devi to become a river and also to descend into the material world. This was part of the great plan by Lord Krishna to save the conditioned souls who were suffering in the material world. For this purpose, he had arranged through this transcendental illusory potency, Yogamaya, that this pastime take place. After Srimati Radharani had cursed Viraja Devi, she also cursed Sridham to become a demon. And that was Shankashura. Remember, Shankashura, he is the one who robbed the Shaimantaka jewel from the treasure of the whole universe, you know? Okay, and he in return cursed Srimati Radharani to be separated from Krishna for at least 100 years. All these curses, okay? So Krishna had to go to Dwarka for 100 years. In this way, through transcendental disagreements and arguments, and various associates of Lord Krishna came into this material world. For the reason of this descent is always twofold. One is to help the conditioned souls and become free from the clutches of the cycle of birth and death, and to obtain their eternal relationship with Krishna. And the secondary is to assist Krishna in his incarnation in the world to display his transcendental pastimes. The reason for Krishna's descent in the material world is given by Krishna himself in the Bhagavad Gita. Or whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, or the descendant of Bharat, and a prominent rise in irreligion, at that time I descend myself to deliver the pious and annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. So, also Yamuna Devi again and again and again. The mercy of the Vaishnava devotees is described in the following prayer. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just like desire trees who can fulfill the desires of everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned soul. Viraja Devi descended into the material world in the form of Yamuna Devi to purify and give love of Krishna to all the conditioned souls. And she also appeared in her human-like form to assist in those pastimes. Kalindi Yamuna Devi took the birth as Vishvarta, the son, from the sun god, from Vishvarta, the sun god, and his wife was called Sangya. Sangya, the daughter of, that is the daughter of Vishwakarma. Oh, that's the daughter of Vishwakarma. So the Surya Dev, Vishvarta, the sun god, he married Sangyam, the daughter of Vishwakarma. Oh, that's how Vishwakarma comes into this. Okay, due to the bright effulgence of the sun god, Sangyam would close her eyes when Vishwarta would approach her. Becoming angry with Sangyam, Vishwarta cursed her that her son would take birth from her, who would take everyone's life away. After he blessed her, that she would give birth to a daughter that would free everyone from the realm of birth and death. So she had two, a son who turned out to be bad, and a daughter who turned out to be wonderful. Oh my God. Also, Sandhya gave birth to twins. And who was that twins? Well, one was Yamaraj. And who was the other one? Yami, which is Yamuna. So the curse was fulfilled. Who was also known as Krishna because of her body was dark blackish, blue blackish. Both Yamuna and Yamaraj have also appeared in the golden colored form simultaneously. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Yamaraj's other form is known as Dhamaraj. He awarded the pious activities to the living entities, and Yamuna Devi's golden color form is Vishaka Devi, who is actually the original person from whom Viraja Devi, Yamuna Devi, expanded from. Yamuna Devi informed her father, Surya Dev, that she would not marry anyone except Lord Krishna. Vishwavata advised her that it would be very difficult for her to marry Krishna, because he was actually the Supreme Personality Godhead. But Yamuna Devi decided she would perform severe austerities until her desire was fulfilled. Seeing her determination, Vishwarata relented and built for her a residence on the waters of the Yamuna. Now that's probably where she was hiding before she went to see the Dwarka Leela, which is near Kandaya Forest. I don't know where the Kandaya Forest is. How she attained Krishna's grace by becoming his wife is narrated in the following 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Once Krishna and Arjuna reached the banks of the Yamuna, they washed their hands and feet and mouth and drank the clear waters of the Yamuna. While they were resting and drinking water, they saw a beautiful girl of a marriageable age walking along the banks of the Yamuna. Krishna asked his friend Arjuna to go forward and ask the girl who she was and to come. By the order of Lord Krishna, Arjuna immediately approached the girl, who was very beautiful, and she had attractive body and a nice glittering teeth and smiling face. Arjuna inquired, "My dear child, you are so beautiful with your raised breath." Comes right forward. "May I ask you, who are you? We are surprised at seeing here in the middle of nowhere, all alone. What is your purpose of coming here? We can guess only that you are searching after a suitable husband. If you don't mind, you can disclose your purpose and I shall satisfy you." The beautiful girl was Yamuna Devi personified. She replied to Arjuna, "Dear sir, I am the daughter of Surya Dev, and I am now performing austerities and penances to have Lord Vishnu as my husband. I think he is the Supreme Personality God and is suitable husband for me. I disclose my desires such because I want to know." Then the girl continued, "My dear sir, I know that you are the great hero Arjuna, and so I may further say that I will not accept anyone as my husband besides Lord Vishnu, because he is the only protector of all the living entities and the bestower of liberation for all the conditioned souls. I shall be thankful unto you if you pray to Lord Vishnu to become pleased with me." Then Yamuna Devi knew it well that Arjuna was the great devotee of Krishna and that he would pray to Krishna and would never deny his request. And if he prayed to Krishna or asked Krishna, Krishna wouldn't deny his request. To approach Krishna directly may sometimes be a little futile, but to approach Krishna through a devotee is sure to be successful. She further told Arjuna, "My name is Kalindi, and I live within the waters of the Yamuna. My father was kind enough to construct this house for me." Actually, she even lived underneath the water for some time. "For me within the waters of the Yamuna, and I have vowed to remain in the water as long as I cannot find Krishna. The message of the girl, Kalindi, was then duly carried out to Krishna by Arjuna, although Krishna, as the super soul in everyone's heart, already knew what had happened. Without further discussion, Krishna immediately accepted Kalindi and asked her to sit down on his chariot. Srila Rupa Goswami has described in his Lalita Madhava that Kalindi, the golden form of the Yamuna Devi, is a reflection of Vishaka Devi. Okay, it looks like it's going and the music didn't start yet. He goes on to I can read real quick something since it's still going. Holy places situated on the Yamuna River. The entire course of the Yamuna River is important, and wherever one takes path, one can become freed from the cycle of birth and death, and very quickly get the opportunity to serve the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. But to Krishna's or his pure devotees enjoying or performing austerities in a particular place, some places are more potent than others. Below is a description of some of the prominent places. This list is far from complete. There are so many places. Okay, the Yamuna Devi rises from the glacier. You know, just like the Ganga rises from a glacier, she rises from the glacier. That's a beautiful sunset. Okay. Ah, so beautiful. Ah. Okay. At about 4, now we're going to talk about Yamunotri. Gangotri is the place of the birth of the Gangas that comes out of the glacier, and Yamunotri is the birthplace that comes out for Yamuna Devi. At about 400 kilometers from the Kalindi, or the Kalinda mountain, is Yamutri, which is traditionally celebrated as the source of the Yamuna River. An extraordinary phenomenon is seen there. From the Kalinda mountain, ice-cold water is running, and nearby there's a number of hot springs rise up also. It is not possible to bathe in the boiling hot water, nor in the cold ice water. They have been constructed tanks near Yamunotri with the hot and the cold mix. Many pilgrims put rice and dal and flour into the cloth and hang it in the water, and in this way they can boil their food. There's a very beautiful deity of Yamuna Devi worshipped there, which dates back to at least 5,000 years, my Lord. One who comes here and offers their obeisance to Yamuna Devi and takes a dip in the sacred waters will very quickly obtain the mercy of Yamuna Devi herself. The sage Asita had his ashram here. When Lord Nityananda was touring the holy places, he also visited this place. This is before he went to Navadvip. Yamunotri can be reached by